Wud up? So I just wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on the NBA Finals between Golden State and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and which should be an absolutely amazing and fun finals to watch. I mean, last year's finals was enjoyable to watch. This year, I think will be even more enjoyable to watch, just because that Cleveland is actually going to be 100% healthy this time, and they're not going to be missing players. And Golden State took advantage of that last year, but I think that it's going to be a little bit different this year because of that fact. And I'll give you my few reasons real quick on why I feel like this is going to go the way I tell you in a minute. Golden State in this last series and stuff had a lot of cold runs where they couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn, and Oklahoma City just could not take advantage of that in the most opportune times. They couldn't take advantage of it. And that's the reason why Golden State was always in the game. You know, when you look at Cleveland, Cleveland has been able to take advantage of when teams have went cold in this playoffs. They've been able to push the lead. They've been able to jump out on teams. And it's been very good for them because late in games they haven't had to play most of their players or their starters, and they just went on to the other guys. You know, so that's my first thing. I think that Cleveland's more equipped to handle those cold stretches by Golden State and take advantage of them, and I think that gives Cleveland the edge on that factor. When you look at the whole three-point shooting thing, obviously you're going to give Golden State the edge just because they got Steph Curry and they got Klay Thompson, but I'm not giving them the edge by a ton here. The fact is that if you have a Kevin Love that's actually knocking down shots, and you have a Kyrie Irving that's knocking down shots, and a J.R. Smith knocking down shots, they can be just as dangerous from three-point as Golden State. But I would still give the edge to Golden State because obviously they've proved it. They've done it over and over. And I mean, let's face it, if Klay Thompson and Steph Curry didn't do what they did in game 6 and 7, they wouldn't even be going to the finals. You know, so that to me helps out. When you look at just the straight sheer toughness of this last series for Golden State compared to all the time off for Cleveland, it just, to me, screams that you got the fresher team, the team that is trying to get redemption, the team that, you know, didn't have 2 stars last year. So it's a bit different there. I expect this game to be an offensive just battle. I expect both teams to score a lot. I don't expect these games to all be blowouts. I expect some of them to be very close, as to where most of the playoffs this year have been complete blowouts. I feel like, you know, most people are going to go with Golden State because they won the title, and that's fine with me. And ultimately, I would not be surprised if Golden State wins the title. However, I'm going to go with Cleveland in this year's title just because they got Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Plus, I'm going to throw in that wild card guy of Channing Frye, who has come up huge for them off the bench. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to come in and he's going to play a very special role at times for this series. But yeah, I'm going to go with Cleveland in 6 in this series, just like last year's. You know, I think it'll go 6. I think that Cleveland takes it down. And I think that we finally get to not hear about LeBron James and the whole, can he win one in Cleveland? But, you know, maybe they don't win. Maybe they do. Just my personal feeling is I think Cleveland takes it down in 6. I just think that, you know, like I told you, I think that fresher team went through hell in a series. Yes, they may want it a lot, but this team wants it a lot too. And I think that they're more equipped to handle it. But that's all for this video. If you got any comments, go ahead and hit them below. I'll holla at you later.